Life can feel incredibly unfair. We see good, kind people struggling with illness, loss, or hardship. At the same time, others seem to breeze through life untouched by such pain. This discrepancy can be disheartening, even shaking our faith. We ask, why do the righteous suffer while the wicked prosper? It's a question that has echoed through the ages, a testament to the enduring mystery of suffering. The Bible doesn't shy away from this question. In fact, it acknowledges the reality of suffering, offering stories and teachings that grapple with this very issue. These stories don't always provide easy answers. Instead, they offer a framework for understanding suffering and finding hope in the face of adversity. They remind us that even in our darkest moments, we are not alone. One such story, found in the Gospel of Luke, is the parable of the rich man and Lazarus. Lazarus, a beggar covered in sores, lay at the rich man's gate, longing for even scraps from his table. Both men die. Lazarus finds comfort in the afterlife, while the rich man experiences torment. This story highlights the stark contrast between earthly prosperity and spiritual wealth. The rich man lived a life of luxury and indulgence, indifferent to the suffering around him. Lazarus, despite his poverty and illness, remained faithful. This parable isn't a condemnation of wealth. It's a reminder that true fulfillment comes not from material possessions, but from a life lived in relationship with God and in service to others. Choosing a life of faith doesn't exempt us from suffering. In fact, it can sometimes feel like the path is riddled with challenges. The Bible tells us that following Jesus is akin to walking a narrow path, one that requires sacrifice, perseverance, and unwavering trust in God's plan, even when we can't see where it's leading. The world often tempts us with easier paths, ones that promise immediate gratification and comfort. Yet these paths often lead us astray from our true purpose. The narrow path, though challenging, leads us closer to God, refining our character and deepening our faith along the way. One of the hardest parts of suffering is not understanding why. We crave answers, reasons, and explanations for the pain we experience, yet sometimes the answers remain elusive. This is where faith comes in. Faith isn't about blind acceptance. It's about trusting in a God who sees the bigger picture, even when we can only see a small part of it. It's about believing that even in the midst of our suffering, God is present, working all things together for our good. This doesn't mean our pain magically disappears. It means we can face our trials with a sense of hope, knowing that we are held by a love that surpasses all understanding. Suffering, though unwelcome, can be a catalyst for growth. It can refine our character, deepen our empathy, and strengthen our resolve. When we walk through the fire of suffering and emerge on the other side, we carry with us a wisdom and resilience that can only be forged in the crucible of pain. Our experiences, both joyful and painful, shape us into who we are meant to be. They become part of our story, a testament to our resilience and our unwavering faith. Even in the darkest of times, we can find meaning and purpose. We can emerge from the depths of our suffering stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. The question of why good people suffer may never have a simple answer in this life, but perhaps the answer isn't as important as the response. Our response to suffering, our ability to hold on to faith, gratitude, and trust in the face of adversity, speaks volumes about the state of our hearts. It's in the quiet moments of reflection, in the depths of our despair, that we often discover the true strength of our faith. It's in those moments that we learn to lean on God's unwavering love, to find solace in His presence, and to trust in His promise that He will never leave us nor forsake us.